Welcome people to Cannock Chase. Like I said people, we're in Cannock Chase and we're just actually in the German cemetery, as you can see behind me. There was over 500,000 soldiers based here in the World Wars. That's more than Colombia. The population of Colombia, 500,000 soldiers. Hello people, you alright? Bloody belting, super, fantastic, great. We're at Cannock Chase. And hopefully tonight we may be chasing some ghosts. Maybe UFOs, maybe black-eyed children. And there actually is a book by Lee Brickley and it's called The Black-Eyed Children of Cannock Chase. So maybe you would like to pick it up and it'll fill in a little bit more. But yeah, there's also the pig ban, but also somebody actually has come forward to Lee Brickley, the paranormal investigator, and said that it was actually a rumour. And somebody came forward and said to him it was actually a rumour that it was put upon the guards at the time to set this a rumour out about the pigman to keep people away from the military base, which really it does marry up, doesn't it, to keep away, you know. But yeah, so there's black-eyed children, the pigman, Bigfoot. Yep, a Bigfoot has apparently been seen here, and they actually found a really big, large footprint, which is very interesting. I think it was actually the same person, the paranormal investigator, was a bit of a tip-off, and he kept searching, and eventually came across this foot, which was very large. And they said it weren't moulded or a cast or anything there, but yeah. So there's the Bigfoot, werewolf, there's everything here. So tonight we are in for some fun times. We've also got the W.H.I.T crew, me, as you know, because I'm actually here, as you can see all around me, all the cemetery. There's Mick and Cooch over there, just doing a bit of filming. And there's also lovely Denise coming later. There's Nat and Pete, the two mediums. Kaz the witch is coming. And I'm not sure as well if they're bringing somebody called Alan. I heard a rumour that a bit of a whisper that he was coming as well with Nat and Pete, so that'll be interesting. We've also got Darren coming, and I think that is about it, I think. But things may change. But obviously you'll see later on in this video, you'll see the people who actually do turn up. But yeah, we're at Cannock Chase, and as you can see, I think there's about 4,000, just short of 5,000 people buried here, if I remember right. Like 4,900 and such a number. So yeah, so I'll look a bit more into the history as well of Cannock Chase. But as you can see, it's a fantastic day, but the temperature is vastly closing in, and like I said, we've just arrived in the cars, me, Mick and Cooch, and we're just doing a little bit of a, you know, a bit of a intro, or what you want to call it, maybe break it up and squeeze it in, whatever. But yeah, so Cannock Chase it is tonight, and by my reckoning, I'm here all night. I don't know about anybody else.
So today's date's the 8th of April. It's now just about 9 o'clock in the evening, and we're about to be starting in 10 minutes, the first seance of the night. We're going to be doing an open seance, no one linking hands, but just around the room. We're going to be calling out to see what people can feel, see what they pick up, see if we can get any names, and to get any details and descriptions. With all the cameras we've set up around the room as well, if there's anything that we do actually capture on camera, we should be able to get on multiple viewpoints as well. But this is the first seance of the night. Wish us luck.
Now, with respect to this, if you could come into here, touch someone, tell them their name, explain how you feel, anything that you want to communicate to us, please feel free to do so without harming anyone here.
feel a bit like a Whitefield Lane.
How do you feel, mate?
I think they might be pushed.
Perhaps you pushing Caroline and Cass. Thank you. Can you try and do that to everyone else here?
Alexander.
Alexander.
Alexander. No, Alexander. Feel like I can't stand up.
Why can't you stand up?
Don't know, I feel like a people stroll, like, when they stand back there, don't want to let go of the bar. Like that.
Is that hurting you?
Don't know, it's weird, it's not, I feel like I'm stood on a, I feel like I'm stood on a hill, you know, like I'm losing my balance, like, I don't know, I just need to stand against this thing. Alexander, well,
Do you know his rank?
I'll have to stand back there. No ramp. There's no ramp. I'm just a soldier.
Thank you for coming forward, Alexander. Someone else can step forward. Can make a noise.
I still feel like I'm on a hill, you know, like,
Stand on the edge.
yeah, like I'm on the edge, yeah.
If anyone can try and also appear in front of either of these cameras, I will say very welcome.
Frank. Sorry guys. I'm French.
No, wait. We definitely see your camera, but everyone is trying to walk outside. We'll be watching. Would you be willing to try that outside? Yeah. Nick, come walking towards the middle, but doing this direct marching rather than just a slobby walk. Once Nick's there, what do you try to say? And then finally, Dad. Try not to pass the cameras down. Is it Frank or Franz?
Frank is also a German name. Frank. Oh, my name's Helen. I feel like I'm going to fall over all the time. I know the floor's flat, but I feel like I'm on a hill.
I do, it's more feel like I was standing on a pinnacle and I could just get blown up.
Yeah, like, you know, like when you're walking up the hill, you lean into the hill, don't you? I feel like I'm not leaning, like it's weird.
Like your body's being pulled in
Yeah,
different
like I'm
directions.
being pushed back. I didn't even know that was there, but I'm so glad that it is.
Cass, you feel it's going towards over that?
I don't know, I feel pulled, yeah, like, but I still feel like I'm on a slope.
Because what I've had thoughts of with what you've been having come through, what you've been channeling, gone away.
Right.
Like, literally, you'd be rocking in the wind. You'd be like
Yeah,
on the edge.
I feel, yeah, because I feel wobbly, like, not like drunk or like I've got jelly legs, like I'm on a hill and I feel...
What you've got the grace over there is all the weapons and all the words.
Right. Strange. Don't, it's, I feel like as soon as I step there, I feel like I'm going to go like that, like really, like on the edge, feeling like it's that, I don't know what it is.
Like forward.
I think there were some women who don't know that I'm just feeling, I feel as though my left hand's not there, but I've got a pain on the shoulder, on my left shoulder, and I've got a pain on the left hip as well. So that's all I'm feeling.
Did anyone else see all the like small flash on it? It's all just such a thing.
I think I saw something about that.
Just as you were saying that, mate.
Yeah, I'm saying, like,
There was like behind you over your right shoulder.
very small flash. Yeah, I definitely saw it then because I didn't know if it was made with a light.
But I'm getting a feeling that more or less the effects of the recognition.
How did he lose his arm?
It's bloody, I'm not sure. Something heavy fell on it.
Crash.
It could be a crash, yeah. It's weird because I actually feel as though I've not got anything on the backside.
Making me want to scream like, ah.
There's a lot of people
On the hips,
right.
right, well, the main part is my whole
Yeah.
on this side. And yeah, actually, feels weird.
Ah. So,
Alright. Well, thank you for coming forward. And thank you for giving the impression of what you have. And definitely stick out. So for all those energies come forward, thank you very much for letting yourself know. We ask now that you respectfully pull your energies back. We withdraw ours. And we'll be back to communicate shortly. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, yeah. What's that post?
So if you've got a light on, it comes up. Where's my hands? Who've I got here? I'll green.
Okay. So, everyone, just want you to take a relaxing breath, deep in breath through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, whatever happens, do not break hands until I say so, okay? Please. Okay. So the ghosts, energies and entities in this room, again we bid you welcome in the name of all the light. We ask that you come in and again make your presences known to us. We are going to be doing this last seance with yourselves before helping you move on after this. If you could come forward, tell someone your name, give them a sign that you were here by either making a knocking noise, tapping someone, appearing in front of the camera would be absolutely fantastic.
Friedrich.
Friedrich. Friedrich, thank you for coming forward. Would you like to be able to tell us something about yourself? How old are you? Okay. Friedrich, did you serve in the Great War or the Second World War?
The second.
Were you a Messerschmitt pilot?
Soldier. He was a soldier. So I need to say.
And can you tell us how you died, Friedrich? Thank you for coming forward. Now let's let you step back, Friedrich. So any other energies here? I can step forward and do something to introduce themselves to everyone, not just Kaz, but can you tap someone on the shoulder? Right,
Just getting out of it.
You know, like that.
Yeah.
What explosion?
The cannons in the massive village are playing shot down. You could say even bands of fires for some people.
For the spirits here, was there any pilots executed as spies here?
So you were in that flashing down. So I just want to fit the end. Like if they were micro vessels. Maybe the baptism.
If that's you causing that to flash, can you get it to do another burst now?
Yes, yes. Keeps doing that. Doing the same pattern over and over again.
Repeatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please, the Spirit say, don't be shy. Do step forward. This is going to be our last time to communicate before we look to help you move on. Who is that? I think two people just shit themselves over there. We'll take a pause and I'll do the rest. So the spirits, energies and entities here. For those that came forward, particularly Friedrich, thank you. Now we're going to withdraw our energies and ask you to withdraw yours from us. And we'll leave you now at the moment in the name of love and light. Thank you. Yeah,
We were walking back to the car then, and Alan and his friend were going to go that way, but he was talking to me about what he's seen round here. And at that point, Alan's friend started looking up towards the car park.
Towards the barrier?
Yeah. And he was like frowning, looking up. And at that point, I turned to look in this area where we are. And at the sign outside, I saw a figure, just a dark figure stood there.
Really?
I know it weren't anyone, they would have stood there. But when I pointed it out, Alan's friend said he'd just seen something up there similar. And I looked up there and I could see what he saw. And he looked towards where I was looking. And he saw what I was looking at. So there was like two shadow people, one on either end, watching what we were doing. Now Alan couldn't see these.
What, for how long though?
They were, I don't know really. They were there, but we didn't end up standing there watching. We walked towards where the other one was. We sent Alan.
So it must have been a good few seconds then, at least 10 seconds.
It was longer than that. We were stood about at this point about 2 minutes talking and pointing out what we could see, because I was trying to get Alan to see it, but he couldn't.
Right.
But his friend who was with me, we were both looking at this and saying, yeah, this is it. And he said how tall it was, and he was right. You know, it were about 5'7" from, you know, looking at his own height,
Right.
and looking at it that way.
What, two male figures?
I'd say male, yeah, because they were like stocky.
And what, could you see the dress sense?
No, nothing. They were just dark shadows. Like when you look at somebody that stood there, you know when we went to Bedminton and we saw that figure, that
Yes.
pixelated out,
Yeah.
like that sort of figure. But it just stayed there until we walked off. The further we got away, it just went. But the other one, like as we were getting closer to it, that disappeared as well.
But they were definitely looking over you, like watching you.
I felt as though they were both watching. That's what made me look in the first place. Because I was thinking it might be one of you lot coming out, see where we were.
Yeah.
But no, it weren't one of you lot, because when we were walking back, and everyone started walking up towards the car. You know, we could see facial features, and we knew who it were.
Right.
You know, this would, it just a dark shadow, two dark shadows watching what we were doing.
Well, I got a funny feeling when I came out then onto the steps and I saw you and you were quiet, and I looked at you, I thought, and you said, "Oh, do you have no heard? We've seen something." And I thought you'd seen something. It spooked you a bit.
But it's not really spooked me because, you know, it didn't really bother me. You know.
No, but like the shock of seeing something.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I thought it was there a long time. They weren't, you know, like usually you see something like that and it disappears. They were there and they just stayed there, just watching.
wow.
And Alan even, you know, he walked up towards where this other one was stood nearest a car park. And he got to it, but as he was getting to it, it just disappeared. You know, it wasn't there when he was there. You know, he stood where it was, and then sort of moved over to where it would have been standing. And we couldn't see anything, and it was just gone.
Wow.
But looking back down here, that was totally gone as well.
Interesting. Very interesting.
But no feeling. You know,
No feeling at all.
No feeling at all. No.
Nothing in the air.
No, it was as though there could have been two people stood at either end, just watching what we were doing.
Yeah, like statues in a
Yeah.
fact, like a
Yeah.
entrance
But they
to
were
a gate or
that's it.
something.
Yeah, they were still. They weren't moving.
Yes, I'm actually
See the outline of the
So
body.
I'm going to wait until I take the
You
phone
know,
off.
the dark outline of somebody stood there.
So I got
With their arms.
So you were saying they were, imagine really, the way you're saying it is they're like guards.
Well, standing there.
On either side of
Yeah,
you,
I
walking
suppose
in,
so. Yeah, you could say that, yeah. But to me, like, two figures just stood there.
Wow.
Strange.
That's what I've been doing over there. Just filming. And just seeing
There you are.
it doesn't pick anything up.
Is he lying down or?
It's not bad, but
Right.
Are you lying down?
but it's got all the tools on it as well.
Right, thanks for that, Mick.
No, interesting.
Bit of interest already, and it's only early as well. What time is it? Mick's going to have a quick look.
10 to 9.
10 to 9, and it's kicking off already.
Intelligence.
Right, okay, Rowan, you are. SLS is ready to go.
Don't worry, you don't have to do any of that if you don't want to. Sorry? Just do any flaring sounds. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. If you want to take it. So the ghost of energy is here. We're here now to help you move on. I know that you died in wars that some countries would blame more than others. We're at a time now where soldiers have been forgiven, people have been forgiven, and the time has moved on where even countries have been forgiven. I want you to know that there is nothing here to hold you back anymore. No pain, no torment. It is literally now your chance to be able to move on and find that true peace you deserve. As we call down the light around us, this light of the doorway will be open here and will be open to let you all out. Behind me, all you have to do is walk in and step into the light. Old comrades, old friends, loved ones, parents, sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, they will be there to help move you across just by stepping into that light. Yeah, there's a lot of energy moving through it. feel a bit more peaceful, you think,
Oh.
few Australians.
Oh, sorry. I feel like I want to go to sleep again. I don't want to stand up there because it makes me fall.
Yeah, yeah. Leaving a couple of things away is not what they.
Oh, that.
So that feels better than it did in here. You right there? Like that.
I was just thinking about the person when I was just going to come back here and see how it feels.
It doesn't feel so aggressive in here.
Well people, that was very interesting indeed. We did like a seance to open the seance and then to see if anything's around us, and then we did another to see if actually anything was around us, and then we did a closure where people pass over. Now we don't know if we caught anything on film. Pete thinks he caught something. I did in the corner of my eye, but it was only after Pete said was something like a little bit of a twinkle behind Mick, and I realised that I had seen something in the corner of my eye because I was just thinking the same. So we had a camera or cameras in every corner. We had the SLS, but when I've looked at the SLS, surprisingly it's filmed all the little bits we've done in between, but when the actual seances were actually being filmed, it's not recording them. It's saying cannot play video, which is very strange. I'll try and take a picture and put the list up, and then you can see where it says the seances are, but it won't play them. So hey ho. Right, so we've done what we wanted to do more or less at the cemetery. We may bob back later, but it's going to be a longish night. But we're just going to go back to the car now and then get the camping stuff and set up camping. Right. Well, hello. How are we doing? You alright? Just having a bit of a wonder. Yeah, a few of them have gone home now, and there's only me, Darren, Kaz and Bob left. Now somewhere, apparently round here, you might be able to hear them laughing actually, they're just at the tent, so I just have to come for a wander and just get a bit warm and get my legs moving. But somewhere around here there is a hanging tree. Now strangely we're actually camped. We keep even like a tight rope stretching. A tight rope stretching, or like a branch, you know, like hanging, like a pulling down tight. And I've heard it about 5 or 6 times tonight, but we've not heard it since. But we've also had, because we were down there, you've probably seen that we did a little bit of a gathering in the hall. And then we've come out when we've finished and done the clearing and everything. But when we've come out and we've got the camp up and the rest have gone home, like I said, there's only 4 of us left. We've had a visit of the security guard. I thought, hey up, here comes another Delamere. Come on lads, come on ladies, shift. But actually was quite interesting guy, and he was very polite, to be honest. And he told us a few tales as well. He told us one story where there's a pub called the Parkgate Inn, and apparently they had a bit of an incident where they thought there was burglars, and when the police arrived, one of the policemen saw somebody in one of the top rooms, so they broke in, ran upstairs, and there was nothing there. But the owner of the pub said when he actually came, the table had been moved and there was actually bars on the window as well. But I mean, I'm only just at the back of the actual cemetery, just over here, but we're not getting anything as in. Apparently, in fact, if I swing over there, you might be able to see. Can you see over there? Well, along that bottom there, you'll see the lights. That's the cemetery there. Can you see them? There they are at the bottom. But yeah, but we're not actually getting anything. So, it's another strange one. A bit like Delamere, really. There's nothing, you know, when you hear rumours of Pigman, black-eyed children, there's nothing to really. I mean, I know there are tales, and the chances of seeing anything like that is a 1,000,000 to 1 chance. But we're not getting any eerie vibes, to be fair. Even at the cemetery, it was peaceful. But yeah, we keep trying. Right, people. I've got it recording, and I can speed it up or do whatever I want. I'll tell you the thing I like with this jet boiler, it cools straight down.